Welcome to my channel. My name is Silynthia and I'm a mom who's trying to get her family to financial freedom. I have a part-time job. I also have an Etsy shop with I'm Cassie J Budgets and Vlogs. I'll link her shop as well as our freebies down below so you can check them out if you'd like. What are we working on today? I'll let you know. We need to work on our February budget. And I just grabbed a sheet from my Easy Cash Budget weekly planner that I got from Beautifully Me and You. I've been working on it a little bit, using it sometimes and then not using it because I do have an A5 setup. I figured I'd have to fold this and then hole punch it the whole nine, but it's okay. I just wanted to get my numbers jotted down. Now I have a plan. I don't know how it's going to work out. I have been able to pick up extra shifts towards the end of January, so everything got taken care of that needed to. I did receive a very special gift from Auntie Foxy. Thank you again so much. That helped tremendously with getting, my rent on track. Oh gosh, when you see these numbers, you're like, how do you make it? I have to figure it out, right? That's just all there is to it. Sometimes I get a YouTube paycheck, which I did in the month of January. February is not looking like it at all, so maybe in March I'll get another one, but that did help. Etsy does help quite a bit, and then I did receive some money in my Ko-Fi. So while it's not a ton of money, it helps a lot. Every little bit adds up. And with being able to pick up extra shifts, especially because I was missing work, I was sick, and we had snow days. So all we can do really is hope that everything comes together and God provides, because it has been coming together. Good thing about the coming months, at least for me, that there will be a tax refund at some point. And so in the coming months, I'll be able to really focus on what is important to me, which is getting my bills paid up, and then also focusing on moving. So those are the two main goals I have. Let's try this pen. So for my part-time income, we will have, because there's 4 weeks, $16.40. And that's with my base pay. That's me not missing work and then also not picking up extra shifts. So my additional income that I could possibly rely on is Etsy, and then also Ko-Fi if anybody purchases from there, and then lastly extra shifts. So that has helped quite a bit when I'm able to. And then my children's dad helped in the month of January with groceries, so that helped a lot. So let's write out our bills. We have rent, utilities, internet, phone, car insurance, and subscriptions. All right, so my rent is officially $14.85. Utilities, $65. Internet, $78. Phone, $53. Car insurance, $58. Subscriptions, $18. And we will see how much that total is. $14.80 plus 65 plus 78 plus 53 plus 58 plus 18. $17.52 for my bills. So clearly negative $16.40. So I'm already negative $112 just from my bills. These are the consistent numbers that I've been seeing, and that's that. Already $112 behind. We still need to focus on our cash envelopes, which I will put here. All right, so we'll put our cash envelopes here. So I know that my first paycheck for the month of February already is going to include one extra day. I'm thinking more of that will be focused to my groceries, which is perfectly fine. But let's do cash envelopes. Mommy, which has basically been my buffer. Um, and I'm hoping in the near future for that not to be the case, but that's just the way it's been for me. Gas, groceries, household, pets. And I wanted to add my kiddos because I have been trying to make sure if they ask me for something that I am at least attempting to provide it. Last week when they asked me for money, they just needed $5. There's a couple dollars for each of them to purchase something from the school store. They have this where you can just buy concessions. And it's only during like their lunch period or something. And then lastly, laundry. So what I want to try to do is get the least amount. What is the bare minimum? So mommy, $40, gas, $80, groceries. I think what we'll do is, because I am going to stock up with the money that I'm receiving in the first paycheck of February, I think what we'll do is keep that at 0 for now. That's my hope, is that I can just use my my EBT, my SNAP benefits. Household, 40. Pets, 40. Kiddos, let's do 20. You know what? As a matter of fact, no, that will be, we're not going to budget that. I think if I'm able to, if I pick up extra shifts or I get have extra money somewhere, then I will focus on that. And then laundry, I think laundry, we're going to focus on $5 a week. So 20. We have to go on the days where there's a discount. That's the only way that will work for me. All right, let's see where we're at. What do we need to do here? Let's see, 40 plus 80 plus 40 plus 40 plus 20. 220. All right, so 220 plus 112. So I am negative $332. Do I think that this will be a mildly decent amount to try to cover? Yes. I've been way further in the hole at the start of the month, plenty of times, even last month. Savings, I'm not going to budget that, but whatever I can put towards savings, I will. Typically, I pull my buffer for savings. And if I come into any other money, if somebody asks me for a ride and they give me gas money, I use that money for savings. My main goal is to take care of my bills and then work on my weekly expenses. These we can work with. Like right now I have a full tank of gas. Do I need $20? Not today, but I budget it because when it comes time, I may need it. And typically that's how it goes. I need the $20. So that's why I'm just trying to be well prepared. But in terms of pets, I usually stock up a little bit so I have a little wiggle room. Household, the same there. So do I absolutely need $10? No, but it does help being able to keep that stock maintained. If there's a week where I'm not able to stuff $10 and I only have $5, that's okay too. But I do also want to focus on my savings. I have some big savings goals, and that's really where, it's like that you want to focus on the fun things, right? Savings is a lot of fun, and it's also really motivating for this process. And everything I'm seeing, they're saying pay yourself first. And it's really hard when you're like, okay, well, I just gotta pay my bills. I gotta pay my bills, I gotta eat. That's basically what it comes down to. And the other thing groceries, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to receive the SNAP benefits because I did get a raise, and I don't know if they're going to completely cut me off or if they will decrease again. But for now, until they end, when I spoke with my caseworker, I'm fine until they end, and then we'll revisit at a later date. So we have our income of $16.40. Let's see. And that's just for my part-time job. Like I said, there is other ways for me to make money. I also did turn on my DoorDash app. I made sure I have my bag and things like that, but the weather's not been so nice for me to go out and DoorDash. So there was that. Cash envelopes, we have 220. We're not budgeting money for sinking funds, but that doesn't mean we won't have some at some point. And the same thing for savings. Savings I really want to focus on. And then bills, $17.52. So I am negative $332. That's the amount that I have to focus on, making sure I can cover. So let's see, 332. All right, so if I work 4 extra shifts in the month, I'll be completely covered. If I work any extra shifts aside from that, or get money from Etsy, then I know I'll be covered in terms of savings. So I'm pretty confident that February will be a blessed month for me. Sometimes I get really nervous when this number's much bigger, but hopefully they'll offer up some shifts. They don't always, but when they do, I'll just try to grab a few of them. And I already have one scheduled for this coming week, which means I'm already one step closer. That means I just need 3 more, or of course with Etsy coming through or something like that. Okay. And I'm trying to tell myself, I may be saying it to you, but I'm trying to tell myself it's gonna be okay. It will. I know it will. And so we're just gonna thank God for it now in advance. Only negative 332. We can figure this out, you guys. And feel free to run a playlist if you're wanting to support my channel. That will help a lot, especially going into March. I think that's it for now, guys. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. All of the things that can keep us connected. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Thank you all so much for watching. Thanks so much for stopping by. Bye, guys.